Have you ever encountered a property with a Lis Pendens? What does it signify and how does it affect the property's title? Welcome to Strategy Saturday. I'm Charles Carillo, and today we're breaking down exactly what a Lis Pendens is in real estate, why it matters, how it works, and what it means for buyers and investors like you. So let's get started. So a Lis Pendens is a Latin term that means suit pending. So within real estate, it refers to a formal public notice filed in the county city land records indicating that a property is subject to a lawsuit. And a Lis Pendens alerts buyers, insurers, lenders, attorneys, or title companies that there's current litigation and a legal claim that may affect the ownership or title of the property. A Lis Pendens is not a lien, but it's similar because it makes a property less marketable, making it harder to sell the property and potentially preventing a sale until the issue has been resolved. So why is a Lis Pendens important? Well, the purpose of the Lis Pendens is to protect the interests and rights of the party who has filed the lawsuit. It protects this party because it prevents the property from being sold or further encumbered, and it acts as a warning to prospective parties that the property is in dispute and litigation is pending. Now, it is a public notice that is normally recorded in the property's local land records office, and once it's recorded, it becomes part of the property's public record. The Lis Pendens clouds the title, and that signals that there's an unresolved issue regarding the property. And the Lis Pendens makes it more difficult, if not impossible, to sell, refinance, or transfer the property. And the majority of buyers and lenders will not engage with the Lis Pendens property until the litigation has been resolved and the notice has been removed. So what are some typical Lis Pendens situations? So number one is foreclosures. So when a lender starts the foreclosure process against a property owner, divorces, spouses disputing the ownership of a property, contract issues, and disputes. So when there's a contract dispute concerning the property, like the real estate purchase agreement, boundary easements, or title disputes. So a party is disputing the property lines, the rightful owner, or maybe access to the property. And then quick title lawsuits. So a legal action to clear a clouded title and determine the clear ownership of the property. So a Lis Pendens will remain on the property's record until the lawsuit has been resolved or dismissed, and this is all done by court order. So for most buyers, a Lis Pendens on a property will be a red flag that makes the subject property much less desirable. For some experienced real estate investors, however, it could be an opportunity, as when a Lis Pendens is filed, it commonly indicates a property owner is experiencing a problem, which dramatically reduces the pool of potential buyers. A knowledgeable investor with experience dealing with Lis Pendens and motivated sellers might be able to craft a profitable win-win solution for all parties. Now, I highly recommend that any buyer seek legal advice from a real estate attorney if they encounter a Lis Pendens on the property. So I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe. Submit comments and potential show topics at globalinvestorspodcast.com. If you're interested in actively investing in real estate, please check out our courses and mentoring programs at Syndication Superstars. That is syndicationsuperstars.com, and look forward to 2 more episodes next week. See you then. Have you always wanted to invest in real estate, but didn't have the time, didn't know where to find the deals, couldn't get the funding, and didn't want tenants calling you? Since 2006, I've been buying income-producing properties in great locations that provide us with consistent passive income while we wait for appreciation in the future and take advantage of tax laws while we're waiting. And unlike your financial advisor, we invest alongside our investors in every property we purchase. Check out investwithharborside.com. If you like the idea of investing in real estate, if you like the idea of passive income, partner with us at investwithharborside.com. That's investwithharborside.com.
Nothing in this episode should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Any investment opportunities mentioned on this podcast are limited to accredited investors. Any investments will only be made with proper disclosure, subscription documentation, and are subject to all applicable laws. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions of guests are their own. Information is not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss. The host is operating on behalf of Syndication Superstars, LLC exclusively.